All right, everybody. Hello and welcome in to episode 25 of Pixel Yaps, starring myself, Cesire, and my co-host here. And if you couldn't hear that because it registered higher than you can hear, that's Loonaromi. Oh my god. You would be
I'm sorry, I have a
terrible.
mouthful of gummy bears, and my cat just ran across my table and knocked my mic. Okay.
Okay, anyway, hello, welcome into
See, this is why you
Pixel
have the focus
Yaps.
mode sticker, and I have the dumb sticker. See,
Uh,
there's a reason.
if you were like, what the heck happened to our last episode? We needed a work-life balance break, and we took one. So we're back, stronger than
It's
ever.
me, I'm the problem. Hi.
Hey, I wasn't. Listen, I was putting it on both our shoulders. All right.
Yeah, you were very graceful about it. Thank you, I appreciate it.
But yeah, so we're back. I don't think it's really possible to talk about all that I've been up to in the past, like 4 weeks. So
We'll be
we're
here for
gonna
4 hours.
yeah, we're gonna kind of bend that a little bit and do it a little bit differently. I think this will be kind of a more we're gonna be talking about the MMO updates, because we briefly touched on them last episode, and now we've played them. So we're going to be talking about that. Obviously, we'll be talking about some upcoming updates. We'll be talking about a shiny new game that has entered early access that has taken many, many hearts. And we'll be doing our upcoming releases as usual. And, a little bit sprinkled in between. Endix, Cozy Game Awards. And honestly, the funny thing about those
so much.
Well, and the funny thing is it still would have been this packed because Endix and Cozy Game Awards were both after the last episode. After the last episode would have been.
This is true. This is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lot. So things are just gonna be a little bit different this episode, and we'll see how we like it. To start, I think we will talk about the MMO updates that we finally got to play. I think a good place to start is maybe Palia. Roast me about what?
I was gonna roast you to start. I feel like a good cess roast is a perfect way to start the podcast.
What you gonna roast me about?
Cyberpunk.
Why?
How's your Cyberpunk playthrough going, Cesire?
Not.
How's that game that you say that is so good?
It is good.
That you've never finished. How's it going? How's it going? How much further have you gotten?
Well, V is still in the business of buying all of the cars that she can find, so it's hard to say how long that's gonna take. Okay, I haven't loaded up in years, all right? Give me a break.
Oh my god.
I'm so busy. Well, I want to start it over on Steam.
Oh my goodness. You listen here, you young whippersnapper. Cyberpunk is for one right before stream I saw an official post on Cyberpunk TikTok where they showed a snippet of what seems to be multiplayer.
Like a mod or for Cyberpunk 2?
No, it looked very much like for the current Cyberpunk. And we all know that they have still been doing little updates and whatnot to the game, such as like the recent driving update that they had a few months back. So I'm kind of sitting here somewhat excited that maybe multiplayer is happening. Also, there was somebody who was working on a multiplayer mod for Cyberpunk but has gone suspiciously quiet in the past like 6 or so months. So maybe they recruited them and were like, hey, let's actually make this like into the game properly. I don't know. Who knows? It could also just could be me being overexcited because Wuthering Waves is doing a Cyberpunk update. Lucy and Rebecca are going to be playable characters in Wuthering Waves. Rebecca's going to be available for free. Lucy you have to pull for, but they're giving you a bunch of free pulls to be able to get Lucy. So people are kind of losing it over Lucy essentially being a free 5-star, which is freaking awesome. And I'm really excited for that. And it really seems like they have taken this collab seriously because they are making a whole Night City area in the game in Wuthering Waves.
That's pretty ambitious.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. So that is why I'm bringing up the good old Cyberpunk and roasting Cesare about still not having finished my favorite game. You know, Cess, if you came to me and were like, Luna, this game means so much to me. I love this game so much. It would mean the world to me if you played it. I would play that game for you.
Don't lie to me.
You know?
Don't lie to me.
I've played Guild Wars 2 and gotten invested in it.
No, it's just like that thing I do. I know other gamers do it too, where you're just like, you really like a game so much that you like don't want it to end, and so you make sure that it doesn't end by not finishing it. Well, and I really was going around like trying to collect all the cars for like a while, and I probably like burned myself out, but you know, it was just like I just didn't, I didn't want to finish the story, didn't want it to be over, and I still have to buy the Phantom Liberty as well, so.
Oh my god. What will it take? What will it take for you to give it another go? Do you need me to hold your hand and play it with you?
No.
I will play it.
No, I
will play it at a Cesare pace.
Don't have time.
I will only boot it up whenever you boot it up, and yeah, we can like RP it, okay? And we'll do like an RP playthrough together.
Well, and that was the interesting thing. Like, if there was a multiplayer mod, or really more realistically, Cyberpunk 2 having multiplayer is more exciting to me. But a multiplayer mod could be interesting because you could RP a little bit. I just think the world itself doesn't have enough interactivity for some of the more like in-depth stuff.
They've added a bunch more interactivity to the city in recent updates that have been doing. Just saying. If one would be playing, one would know about these things.
I'm being attacked in this podcast right now. I get this attack about every 6 months.
We're just keeping up with the schedule here, okay?
No, it's really just like these days it's more just a matter of, I'm already in the process of so many games, and then so many games are coming out that it just like going back to some of those older games, and especially it's such a large game, which Cyberpunk is.
It is a large game.
It just I don't know. I haven't felt that pull, and
I'll pull you. You want to be pulled? I'll pull you.
It's an internal thing. Also, my desire to do the opposite of what people tell me is working against you here.
Don't play it.
There you go.
Don't ever play Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is the worst game ever.
Whoa. Okay, you don't need to lie.
It's so scuffed, Seth. Holy. You have no idea. You should.
Anyway.
You would hate it.
Luna.
Yep.
When is this update for Cyberpunk coming to WooWa? Do we know?
8th.
Okay.
June 8th. Yeah, there's a live stream about today. It looks really good. I need to try and finish WooWa, catch up to the story in 3 days.
I think in order to do that, you're going to need to be willing to play some off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because time is ticking, and
I'll just do 24/7 streams until I have to catch up.
So remember this work-life balance break that we took? I forbid this.
Denied.
My gosh.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tried.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add about WooWa? Which is again Wuthering Waves, whatever.
WooWa. No, that's all.
Okay. Well,
oh my God.
Moving on.
Move on.
Shall we talk Palia?
Yeah.
Shall we talk Highland or the Royal Highlands? Rather, they're royal. Give them their proper title.
Royal Highlands, please. Come on now.
Please.
Get good.
So, what were your first impressions? How are you feeling now that it's out?
I really loved it. My only like negative feedback is that I wish it would have released in autumn
Oh, because of
because
how autumny it is.
it's so autumny, so autumnal.
It
Like,
is. The first thing I did was
oh my
climb into
god.
a tree and take screenshots. It was the first thing I did.
I love that. I love that. Oh my god. No, I love the update. I think the map is really cool and expansive, even to explore on foot. I know they gave us horses to be able to like traverse the map properly because of just how big it is. But
Hmm.
even on foot, I think there's enough to see, enough nooks and crannies to get lost in exploration. I'm sorry, can you hear my cat meowing nonstop?
No, not really.
No, okay, good. She's just annoying me. That's fine. Um, no, I really loved it so far. I love the horses. I like that there's like I was a little bit afraid that the different types of horses were hidden behind a paywall. Some of them are. Some of them
Hmm.
are, which is a little bit,
Well,
it's a
it's a
choice.
free game.
It's a free game, yeah. Um, but you still get free to play. You still get two different horses. So you get like the initial horse that you get from doing like the little
Yeah,
introductory
the
quest for going
Dawn
Harvard
Rider?
Donspur.
Dawnspur, that's it, yeah.
Donspur, yeah. And you get that like pretty soon. Bear in mind, there's no like big animation of like ta-da, you got it. You just basically get it, and
Hmm.
then suddenly it's in your like real menu thing.
Well,
Because I
so
was like, oh
you gaze into its eyes,
yeah,
his horsey eyes, and then
yeah.
you're bonded for life. There's no fanfare. It's just a
Yeah,
feeling.
and so that's it. That's it. You've now obtained a horse. I wasn't aware of this. So when that happened, I was like, wait, how do I get my horse? Where do I have to go? And I went to my house and everything and looked for the horse. And then I happened to go on my tool wheel and I saw my horse there. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I already have it.
I'm not sure why they didn't have like a tool tip or something because I think
Yeah.
that was something that like everybody across the board said. I think I maybe immediately checked my tool wheel for some reason.
Okay.
Or
She's the only smart one.
well, and I
Basically.
go to controls also to see. I'm like,
Right.
okay, is there a new control?
Mhm.
um, but
Um.
I mean, still though, like there's people on Switch. There's younger people. Like they definitely needed a tooltip.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, basically we did get so our these are the first mounts to Palia for people who aren't familiar with Palia. This is the second expansion. They call them adventure zones. So this is the second adventure zone. And with it came the mount, which is also a ranch animal, so you can breed them and get different colors and stuff. It's all, it's all pretty good actually.
Mhm.
Um, and it's essentially the riding the horse is kind of like an auto run. I will
Yeah.
say I have heard complaints from people who were hoping that the horse would turn with the camera. Um,
Yeah, the way
yeah.
they chose to do the turning is a bit interesting, not gonna lie. I do really like the speed up and speed down and how
Mm-hmm.
you can like do it
But you just use
incrementally, like you
W
don't.
basically, W and S.
Yeah. Which I didn't realize at first. Was like, can I go any slower? What the
Right?
heck?
Why
Like
am I
I
going
know
so
always at max
fast?
speed.
So
I
I thought
gotta
it
go
was
slower.
I thought it was interesting because I didn't have trouble with the turning, and I was like, why is that? And it turns out it's because I use A and D all the time when I'm just moving my character. It's why I move
Okay.
in those micro movements. So I was like,
Sorry.
oh, okay. So this is just like the way I naturally play. Was that your kid? Because it
Yeah,
sounded
yeah.
like you.
No, it was my kid.
Oh my
She
god.
saw she saw Tao and was like, "Oh!"
That is so cute. Okay, so Tao is child approved. Just if Paleo wants to put that in, in their bio
Yep,
somewhere, I don't know.
child approved. Yep, yep.
So yeah, so basically we got horses, which was really the big thing. And I also
Yeah.
agree with you, Luna, that walking around is kind of nice. And actually, I do the same thing in Guild Wars too, where if I'm in a new map and I'm exploring a new map, I
You
try really
walk
hard.
first.
Yeah, I try not to be on my mount too
Yes!
much because I'll miss too much.
Bro, I get freaking roasted so hard for never using my mount in a new zone. I'm like, I'm in a new zone.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
want
looking for details, man.
Yeah, I want to see the details. I'm gonna find the nooks and crannies. I don't want to miss anything because I'm too busy like rushing past everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally. Oh my god.
No,
Yes.
I think there are a lot of us that feel that way because it's just like, well, the devs put work into this, so I'm gonna walk
Yeah.
around and I'm gonna enjoy it, and my horse is for later and also for Bahari.
Yeah.
I'm so freaking happy to have the horses in Bahari now because I've always
Yeah,
felt
I
like
never liked.
Bahari was a little too big.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
not
Because
like in a
Cesire
bad
did so
way.
well. No,
Yeah,
but
just
it
in a
does
way,
feel a bit
yeah,
bigger. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I think
Um,
it is.
the other thing about horses is that obviously they're not just like mounts that you can have. Yeah, you can also breed them, so they are part of the ranching system,
Yeah, I
and you can
mentioned that
make
earlier.
different. Sorry,
No, it's okay.
my
But
earphones
we
out.
can touch on that some more because, like you said, some of us were kind of afraid that like a lot of it would be locked behind
Hmm.
the cash shop, which like the more
Yeah,
fantastical ones are, which is fine.
yeah.
But you do get the first set, which also has a ton
Phoenix
of different
Spire
colors.
Dancer.
Yeah.
I got
Um.
that as well. Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm running around with a pony with a blue tail. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. No. I like that they're like different species. So like the first one, the normal one that you get is like 5K to buy one off of the stable thingy, and
Hmm.
then the other one is 6K. When I
And
tell you I've spent all my money on this, I'm telling you, I had over 250,000 gold in game. I got zero.
Oh my gosh. Remind me, the second breed, you get that from breeding,
I
right?
think so. You have to like continue breathing, getting like a certain amount of traits or something, and then you unlock it.
Okay.
And then once you unlock it, you can you work with that. I only just unlocked it, so I'm working with that. Like I said, I was broke, so it's a work in progress right now. I also had the brilliant idea to right before the stupid update to try and oh, what are they called now? I'm blanking on the name. The bunny owls.
Oh, the wool punnies.
The wool punnies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before the update, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna breed my wool punnies," and I used all of my special ranching currencies to get the cookie of the day thing, so I could give them special traits. And then horses came out, and I was like, I should have saved them. Yeah. So I've been spending money on getting horses instead. Not
Well,
IRL money, mind you, but
no,
yeah.
no, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, gold in game. Well,
golden
you're just
game.
gonna have
Yeah.
to do some more hunting and whatnot and maybe take care of your garden for a while. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I actually haven't bought the horses from the cash shop yet. It is a pretty hefty pack. It is a pretty good pack. Do you know exactly what it includes? I know it includes
The
like
do you mean the starter pack
the
or
new
the
one
yeah, like the supporter pack, I think is what they call it.
quarter pack.
Um,
Yeah.
I know it includes like a different breed of horse. I don't know if it seemed
Supporter
like
pack. Okay, here I
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Sorry, but I'm putting this website. So there's the Highland supporter pack and
Mm-hmm.
the Royal Highland supporter pack. The Highland support the normal one is valued at 39, retailing currently for 29.99, and includes Corsair casual cornflower outfit, the Paddock Prim terrific tweed outfit, the Aquindo thoroughbred riding license, the Highland Courier pet slot, so you get another 4 slots. Highland Palette, Ancient Silver Salesman, Ancient Silver Postbox, Dawn Spur Plush, Aquindo Thoroughbred Voucher, and Instagrow Cookie. And then the Royal Highlands, valued at 75, currently available for $60, comes with 8,000 Paleo coins. You get all the stuff from the normal Highland supporter pack. We get Dance for DOT nameplate, Ancient Gold Salesman, Ancient Gold Postbox, Highland Flying Machine Glider, Electric Aquindu Thoroughbred Mount Ranching Treats, and then yeah, like I said, you get all the other stuff as well. So it's a pretty hefty pack. It is a pretty hefty pack, honestly.
Well, and the
And
interesting thing is just like the founders pack, like basically you're already getting your money's worth from the Palea coins
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. They're
So
just throwing in
everything
a bunch
else is
of
just
goodies.
yeah. So it's a pretty good deal. I
They're
haven't
like,
bought mine
get
yet,
your
but I'm
Paleo
working on it.
coins. Yeah, they're like, get your Paleo coins and get all these goodies alongside it.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
a
I'm definitely going to get it at some point. I haven't yet, but I definitely will at some point. And this is where you get like the special horses from. So like from
mhm.
here you can basically get horses with flaming manes, like flaming hair. And you
Well, you
can
can
then
buy
breed
the
them with
license
different
for those
colors.
as well if you don't want the full pack. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
if you just want the license, you can get that as well. Yeah. Here it says riding license. There's the Phoenix Danceper riding license, which is 2,550 Pele coins. And then there's also Phoenix Fire Danceper starter pack, which is 2,975 Pele coins. So there you go.
Hmm. And
You
so,
get these happening as well.
for people not familiar with Palea, this update that came is just rolled into the base game basically. Since it's a free game. So, yeah, if you wanted to try it out, you could start the game and work your way towards it pretty quickly, I think, because you can skip a bunch of stuff if you just want to get to the map. um,
Yeah.
but so yeah, like we mentioned, comes with a new map. Comes with new creatures to mercilessly hunt for plushies. Comes with new story. We met a new NPC who people are very excited about.
I still haven't met him.
Well, you'll see. Um,
Oh my god. I mean, I know of him. I just haven't met him yet.
uh,
Oh
yeah,
my
so
god.
it's I think so one thing that I noticed and appreciated is I feel like they learned a lot from what they did with Elderwoods uh and built on top of it. Because you still have, the ecosystem, this time it's Amber Echo, but they made it so much more just so much more plentiful and easy to gather because it's everywhere and it drops from everything basically.
Hmm.
Whereas in Elderwood, you had to look for specific creatures that were infected, and it just became a real slog sometimes if other people were hunting in the
Yeah.
same place as you. So I feel like this is kind of them really taking our feedback and creating a better system, uh, which I really,
100%.
really
Absolutely.
appreciated. Yeah, like it was really nice to see. Because, like, once you get to this, far enough into the story to where you're actually gathering it, like, I mean, there's just amber everywhere.
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
you
It
just get
really
it.
is.
Yeah,
So
like,
much so that I'm like, I don't need to pick this right now. It's fine.
yeah, it's just like, so, like, it doesn't feel as painful as getting the, the echo infected as echoes, or essence or
Mhm.
whatever. Um, So that was nice. It's always nice to see them take our feedback and really learn from it because it really does feel a lot more smooth.
Mhm.
Um, so
Luna, can you? Sorry.
coming with this thing, they started their longest ride event right a couple days ago. Did you hear about it? It finished in like 2 days or 3 days.
Did it what? Sorry, I was trying to get a hubby to take the cat out because she's
Uh,
driving
the
me.
uh the event that they started, the longest ride for riding the horses.
Right. Yeah. What? I don't.
They underestimated us. Um, they didn't make it high enough, and so yeah, it finished in like 3 days.
So that's why I didn't hear more about that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, wasn't there something going? I legit, I thought I dreamt it. I thought like,
No,
no, this must have been like some kind of fever dream or something. I don't know.
it's the first time they've underestimated us this badly in a while. Um, so they they had fun with it. They're gonna give us an extra like twisted tree or something. I'm guessing anybody that just got on and rode their horse or maybe does do that in the time before the rewards go out should be considered participant, I think. I hope.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't even know if I logged in those days. I was expecting it to take longer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
Oh God. I mean, I no, I mean maybe I don't know. I did a lot of riding back and forth hunting for the new plushies.
Oh, can we talk about
And
how great the horses are for hunting, by the way? The only
oh
problem
my
is we
god,
can't
yes.
shoot off of them. But
Yeah,
like,
I want to be able to shoot off the horse, please.
yeah,
Thank
but
you.
being able to chase stuff is like, it's beautiful. Um,
Oh my god. I
but
got
yeah,
double plushie drop, by the way.
lucky. I haven't seen a
Of
plush of them
of the
yet.
rare magic one.
Yeah.
And then
My,
afterwards I got a normal one, normal gray one.
who were you with? Just you?
No, Nord, and he was
Nord.
really pissed off because he was too far to get it.
Oh
And we
my
were in the same
god.
group, so he would have gotten the double drop too.
Ah.
Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, Paley update. It's been really really fun. I really loved the mounts. They did them so well. I feel like can we just talk about like how they like designed them as well, like art wise?
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
I feel like in a lot of games it is it's a hit and miss with horses a lot. Like, you know? I feel like a certain someone just the hit and miss, just severe hit and miss
Uh,
video games have with horses. So I'd like to say that I think Paley did a pretty damn good job with them.
yeah, I definitely haven't heard too many complaints from the horse lovers in chat. So, I mean, they're the like little mouth thing they do when you feed them in the ranch. That's a little bit odd.
Wait, I haven't paid attention. I
But
need to pay attention to that.
yeah, I mean, once you see it, I don't know, maybe don't pay attention to it.
Maybe don't.
um
Maybe keep on not paying attention to Luna. It's fine.
and their stopping might be like just a little silly, but honestly, I think that the effort that they went to definitely paid off because they do feel nice, you know. They look
Yeah.
good. The variations are fun. It'll be interesting to see because speaking of leading into these crazy devs who are like, oh yeah, you know how we just released this new adventure zone? Well, guess what? Summer update. So we're getting another mount already. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, we're gonna finally meet the Daya's prized animals, the Riff Rocks.
The riff rocks.
So that's gonna be fun. It'll be kind of like having chocobos, well, like weird chocobo hybrids.
What's your opinion of the riff rock?
I like it. I think it's creative. But I also like all kinds of weird animals, so I'm into it. I'm,
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay.
What's yours?
I don't like their design. I so wait, okay, let me be a bit more precise with what I mean. I don't like their design. I feel like Riff Rocks, the idea of them was super cool. And the plushies that we've seen in game and stuff like that of them have been super cool. Like the things we've seen have like sounded super cool, right?
Mhm.
What we got from the trailer kind of looks like they literally took the horse body and then took a head from a bird and put it on the horse
They
body.
probably did.
And I feel like they could have done a little bit better with that by maybe including some extra feathers, like down trickling down the legs and growing thicker the closer they come to the hoofs, kind of covering up the hoofs a little bit, you know, and maybe having some like ruffled loose feathers here and there along the back of the mount and stuff like that, just to make it look more like it's all meant to be together and not like it's photoshopped together. Because I feel like the head of the bird looks almost like it's been photoshopped on top of the horse, and I am not a fan of it. I hope that it's gonna end up looking better in game than it did in the trailer, but so far not a fan.
Me and my bird horse will just go the other way then. You don't have to hang out with us. uh, um, I can't speak to this, but somebody in chat is saying that apparently you can't breed the premium horses.
Yes, you can. That's how people have gotten like all kinds of different premium horse styles.
The fiery ones? That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
What? Maybe you have a bug, Del. Okay, well, I'll look into that later.
Yeah.
And we'll.
But like, I don't see how else we would have been seeing like all these
Oh,
different
the electric
colors of
one?
flames and stuff in the Oh, you can't breed the electric one specifically. Okay. Huh.
That just
That's
seems
interesting.
weird.
Yeah. That does seem weird.
I'll have to check the Discord later and see if there's been mention of that. Because
We have to take it upon ourselves as gaming podcaster says to get the pack and test this out for ourselves. It's the only way. It's the only way.
I can imagine if.
Call it a business investment.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Oh my goodness.
we'll have more to say on Palea. We always have more to say on Palea, but we'll talk more about new stuff next time, since there'll be new stuff next episode as well. I quickly wanted to say that I did check out the new Guild Wars 2 update, and it was awesome. The new map is gorgeous. Also strangely autumnal themed. So like I feel like all the game devs got the same creative brainwaves or something, you know? It's very like it's very orange and very, just yeah, it's very pretty though. So basically this one's just another continuation of the Visions of Eternity storyline. I haven't actually finished the storyline yet because the first stream we just spent the whole time running around the map doing events. And I did a lot of that the second stream too. It's so good. It's such a pretty map. It's kind of almost a little bit like right now it'll be triggering to you, I imagine, because it's a little you kind of have reminiscence of the Heart of Thorns foliage.
Ugh.
Ugh. They even have raptors.
No.
Which is rude.
No.
So rude.
Not the raptors. I need to get back. I was in a deep Guild Wars 2 mood, and then just everything else took over.
Well, you hopped into a Final Fantasy mood. But yeah, so the new update's been really fun. I mean,
well, the thing is, Final Fantasy doesn't have Heart of Thorns, you know?
Yeah, but you had chat helping you, though. It's not bad with friends. It's just get through it, I promise. And it's honestly, it's not a bad chapter. It really isn't. They just, it was their first expansion, like I've mentioned, and they just, they ramped up the difficulty too much. And the crazy part is, the map that you're playing was nerfed a little bit.
Good lord.
Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard at launch. Like,
oh my god.
It was crazy. Like when I say like I would not go in there alone, and I played most of the game solo up to that point. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But they learned their lesson from that. You know, the newer expansions do have more difficulty and like sometimes harder enemy types, but nothing quite like Heart of Thorns. They really learned what the community could handle. And honestly, Guild Wars 2 has kind of evolved to become more about it's less about individual, ability and DPS and more about can you synergize with the random people around you and come together to beat huge bosses, So it's worked out in the end. And I mean, you'll still get those event maps as well. We're still wondering if the last map is going to be kind of like a boss map like some of the other expansions have been.
So wait, is this like a complete new expansion or just like a
No,
DLC
this is so the way Guild Wars 2 does it kind of like ESO, where they have
ESO terms.
yeah. So basically, you buy the expansion, and at first you have like the first two maps and the first bit of story, and then they release the rest when it's ready.
Okay.
So they're trying to be a little bit kinder to themselves, And so they're kind of on a yearly cycle, but it's more like a year and some change, which is fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah, they honestly, it's always funny to talk about ESO and Guild Wars 2, and it really any of the MMOs, well, most of them, because they kind of go through the same cycles where they're just like, okay, well, we bit off more than we could chew, so we're gonna step back a bit, and then they do, and then time goes on, and they get more confident, and then they're like, okay, well, we bit off more than we could chew. It's cyclical, you know. But I think, at least in terms of Guild Wars 2, I feel like they've kind of hit a little bit of a better cadence. They're started to learn how to reel themselves in a little on story, because I think one of Guild Wars 2's problems has been in the past with a couple expansions is that they want to tell such a big story and they run out of the time to do it.
Right.
And so a couple of them have fallen a little bit flat, unfortunately, because of that. But you can see the ambition and you can see what they were trying to do, and so you can appreciate that at least. Yeah. But I think they're learning a little bit more kind of what they can handle in the amount of time they give themselves, you know. It's paying off, and you know, we've got the housing, so we got the new house with this one. Oh, sorry. Got some new furnishings and whatnot. Yeah, pretty good update. I still have to finish the story. I find it funny. They've managed to create another character where people are like, I have a love-hate relationship. One of the antagonists is called Vlox. But the voice actor that they got for him is very good. And so people are like, wait, I really like this voice, but it's coming out of an Azura, and I'm conflicted. Yeah, chat's getting uppity.
Don't even get me started.
So like, there's all of these memes about, you know, like how the commander and this character have a bit of a maybe spicy relationship, like maybe a little bit of admiration going both ways, and it's so funny to watch the community just run with that.
What happened to my face?
What did happen to your face? Why are you angry-faced?
I don't know what I clicked. What did I click?
Luna is forever in shadow. All right, that's I just wanted to talk about Guild Wars 2 a little because it's my favorite. Let's move on to, well, first of all, you had a Final Fantasy announcement, I think?
Yeah, there's a new event going on in Final Fantasy. Right. I'm distracted. I'm trying to fix my face, okay? Oh dying. My god. Okay. Wait, I have it here. It's a new announcement. I mean, it's a new event. Where did I put it? Here. New Final Fantasy event called Make It Rain campaign started today on May 29th and will be going until June 24th. Basically, you get a cute little otter minion, which is adorable. Minions are basically Final Fantasy's pets.
Right.
And you get an otter backpack cosmetic and some poster furnitures that you can hang up in your house. It's pick-upable from Ulda, and you need to be level 15 for it. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy later today, so I think I'm gonna hop in and do that straight away because I want my little otter backpack.
See, this is another like parallel thought I feel, because Guild Wars 2 also just added an otter pet for the Rangers. So like, I have an otter running around as my pet. It heals me.
My ranger.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I just love my ranger. Oh my god.
I saw you mention that in the Discord, and I was like, oh, that's kind of hilarious. They just can't. They just can't help themselves. So yeah.
It was also World Otter Day a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe it has something to do with that.
Maybe. But I mean, also just otters are one of those animals that are very popular still. So.
And very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched otter videos on YouTube?
Dude, I used to watch otter live streams.
Yes! Sus is like, what do you mean? What are these videos?
What are these videos? I live in the live stream age.
Oh my god. Right.
So yeah, how long did you say that event was running?
That is running until June 24th.
So there you go. Final Fantasy
Yeah.
players. Final.
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 Finalist.
uh, make sure you go check out that event. You kind of have to if, like if you let that otter in a top hat down, how will you live with
Yeah.
yourself?
He's got a freaking top hat. Freaking top hat. Like, come on.
Okay. Anything else on Final Fantasy or just a
Not
little
on Final
blurb?
Fantasy, but I
Okay.
guess I'll move on to a quick ESO blurb.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online. For one, there is a massive sale going on right now on Steam, like up to 75% off on all Elder Scrolls titles. So if you're into the Elder Scrolls stuff, go check that out. Including ESO is also on sale. So if you've like been unsure about hopping in before, now's your chance. But the night market is still ongoing until June 17th. Fair warning, I did try it out. It's really freaking tough. Like,
Yeah,
this
I
is
hear
a
you need a
group
group.
content thing. You
Yeah.
need a group. Ain't no way you're doing that on your own, especially not if you've just been casualing it like I have. Like, you will need a group or be on your absolute like A plus 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 game. Then ESO will be joining the Xbox Play Anywhere library with its addition to Game Pass. So you'll be able to get ESO with Game Pass soon. And update 50 is coming on June 8th, which introduces World Challenge difficulty. This means when
Oh,
you're
nice.
overworld, you can like change it from easy, medium, hard, super hard, all of that. And I did try it out on a PTS, and it felt really, really good. Like, I turned mine on super hard because it felt so good to actually go through the world and feel like you're at a challenge. I do think like for just simple exploration in ESO, I think I'm gonna turn it down to like easy because like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm exploring, I just want to explore. I don't want to care about needing to defeat super hard enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be so amazing for when you're like doing story content and like the storytelling is trying to tell you that like, hey, this is supposed to be hard and difficult, and you
Right.
know it'll make it feel so much more intense and like something's actually at
Mm-hmm.
stake
Like
when things are actually hard.
maybe this demon will actually get through his sentence before I slaughter him.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just that they've
uh,
just added bigger health bars, it's that they added some more mechanics.
which is great
And
because that's one thing
they
that it was
rotate
always lacking.
mechanics. Yeah, and they rotate mechanics. So like you can defeat two of the same enemies, but you don't know that they'll have the same mechanic
Mm-hmm.
at like 75% health and 15% health and stuff like
Although
that, you know?
I guess they
So that's pretty
had
cool.
mechanics, but you killed them so fast you never saw them.
Yeah.
So basically, you got the bigger health bar, plus now you actually see the mechanic.
Exactly. So I'm really excited for that. Really glad they're finally doing that. I've been recommending it. I've been one of those people that's been saying, please do this for years. So I'm very, very, very happy about it. Um, then there is a new system coming called sorry. There's a new system called PvP Veterancy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little bit out of the loop, but from what I remember, don't like hold me down to this. Basically, this is gonna be a kind of reward system, battle pass-ish like system, similar to um I think what Final Fantasy already does in its PvP, but it's gonna be strictly for PvP in ESO. So it'll just add like that extra kind of reward bonus thing for people that do PvP, because a lot of the things in ESO have been very centered and focused on rewarding people for doing PvE content and
Mm-hmm.
not so much PvP.
Right.
So I'm really excited for PvPers to be getting a little bit more. Um, then Class Master will be coming. There'll be a werewolf refresh. Guild mail tool will finally be a thing, and so much more. There's also going to be the new Golden Pursuits challenge, and there will be a dev live stream on June 23rd as well. So a bunch of new things happening on ESO. Definitely worth checking out their website to get like a more in-depth view of what is happening and when it's happening. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Moving on from MMOs, there is one very big game that Luna is dying to talk to you about.
Can you guess what it is? I don't know. I feel like
Can you guess?
I feel like it's a tough call, guessing this. It wouldn't be something I would enjoy. No. We're gonna be talking about Paralives. I'm so excited. This I was talking about it a little bit on my stream, so people hang out on my stream might already know my thoughts about it. Sorry. Um, but basically, I knew of Paralives years and years ago, like when they first announced that it was happening, and I was like, I'm gonna put a pin in that because I was huge on Sims still back then, point one. But I was like, ain't no way these people are gonna actually be.
Oh,
Sorry, she's
no, it's
chasing the
fine.
dog. She's chasing the dog. It's fine. Everything's fine. Um, but yeah, I was like, I don't believe that. I wasn't. I didn't want to get my hopes up because I was like,
Right.
making it to release without getting sued by EA, without getting like shut down before even making it to release, and with actually being good. I felt like the odds were stacked against him. So I didn't want to get my hopes up. But somebody in the community was very lovely and got it for me when it released, and I have been obsessed. Like
Obsessed.
previously I said nothing's ever gonna be a Sims killer. No, Sims is dead. Like I'm sorry. Unless EA severely decides to look at what Paralives is doing is like, oh crap, we need to turn around and figure our shit out, they're gone. Like they've got nothing to stand on. Because Paralives, you can really in the first like hour of playing this game, you can straight away tell that this game is made by people who have played Sims previously, who love Sims, and who were frustrated with some very
Mm-hmm.
basic tools never being fixed and never being made available. And every single tiny update being hidden behind a freaking paywall. This game is in early access right now. I can resize any object I want. There's like you have picture frames, right? That you choose from a library of pictures that what you want to put in. You can resize these picture frames however you want. And then you can take it further and actually upload a picture onto the game from your PC. So you can go crazy with this. You
Mm-hmm.
can uh, upload real life pictures of you if you want, of art you've gotten. You can take screenshots of your different games including Paralives and upload that. You want to make an actual custom cute like family wall collage of your paras, you can do that. Go and take screenshots of your Paralives character and upload them each to the like library thing, and then you can do like a cute little custom collage. Everything you can do with this is absolutely amazing. You can just drag the kitchen counter out instead of having to place all the kitchen counters separately. Oh my god. All the windows you can resize however you want. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I could like go on for like hours of
Yeah.
how amazing I am at this. It's incredible.
So what I have gathered so far in terms of early access. Well, note number one, I was reading
Mhm.
through the early access blurb on Steam. So
Mhm.
currently, the game price is a lower price than it will be at full release.
Yeah.
Just a thing to note. They're going to raise the price as they add more content, or maybe just
Yeah.
when they do the full release. It's hard to know. So that's just something to note. Which, in my opinion, is the proper way to do early access.
Yeah.
Let us have a discount for helping you test your game. Thank you,
Yeah.
Paralives. Now, the game it is a little pricey. Like you're in terms of an indie game and what people were maybe hoping for, they might feel it's a little pricey. But I think it's important to keep in mind that these devs have been working on this already for like 8 years.
Also, I'm just
Maybe.
gonna say it. How many Sims expansion have you gotten?
Yeah.
How much money have you
Uh,
spent on Sims? Sims charges this much for a simple expansion. You can
Yeah,
dish out this
so
much for
yeah,
a
I
pair of
just mean
lives.
in the context, I just wanted to bring that up because some people might be like, "Ooh, that's a pricey indie game," but the level of work that they've already done, the amount of time that they've already spent working on it, like it shows. Now,
Yeah,
that
it does.
being said, it's not a perfect game yet. I mean, to be
No.
fair, Sims was never a perfect game because making these games is hard.
Sims has had the same bug in their game for
Uh,
the past 10 years.
so the general consensus that I've kind of gotten from a lot of the people that are playing, the build mode is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
People
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Yeah.
It has so much. I mean, I'm watching you build this roof right now, and it's freaking awesome.
Right? Like you can just extend everything however you want it, resize
Yeah.
everything however you want.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So from what I've gathered, yeah, the build mode is great. People are like have barely any complaints. Obviously, there's still stuff that needs fixing and stuff that needs adjusting, but it's in a really good place. The
Yeah.
live mode, so for non-Sims
Yeah, this is where I
players,
have my gripes.
yeah, the non-Sims players, this is where you go around following your sim and they're living their life and you're impacting them and whatnot.
Para. This is where you follow
Para,
your
sorry,
para,
your
please.
para.
Thank you.
But the so basically the general consensus is that's the part that still needs some work. So that's just I'm only saying this is kind of like, just so that you have all the information on the table. And Luna can speak more to that because she's actually played. Take it away, girl.
Yeah. So, with the live mode, I have to say it's in a way it's refreshing, but it's also very kind of a little bit tiring and frustrating in places. So, in Sims, you basically you have your own sim, and if you want to go interact with another sim, you click on them, you interact with them, and you have like pages upon pages of options of things to do with them now, right? Like introducing yourself, high-fiving, making a joke, um,
Mm-hmm.
starting a fight, etc. Like so many different options. But point is there, you have a wheel and you choose a specific action to do. That also means in Sims that if you want to try and befriend a new Sim, you literally have to basically stand there and guard over your Sim and just keep on clicking those specific actions over and over and over and over again, which can be extremely exhausting.
Now this
In
is this for a
Paralyzed,
pair? Okay, sorry. Continue.
no,
I was
that
getting
was for Sims.
confused. Okay, that was for
In
Sims.
Paralyzed, you basically click on a para and you say talk to Timothy, whatever, right?
Right.
And then you go talk to Timothy. And that's it. You don't need to click on him over and over and over again to keep on like making the interaction going. It
Mm-hmm.
just keeps on going. And what happens is you have a little meter, like a togetherness meter is what it's called, and it fills up. And every time that fills up, you can click on it and you can choose. It gives you like 3 different options of interactions to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
um and so then you click on one of those actions and then they go do that, like make a joke or whatnot, right?
Right.
um I in a way I like this way better because they will just continue interacting. I don't have to stand there and literally like guard my sim to make sure, or my parent to make sure that they are continuously doing this interaction, right?
Right.
They'll just keep on going until Timothy's like, okay, I'm tired now, goodbye. And they'll
Mm-hmm.
have like you'll have like little pop-up to showcase that. But you can just kind of like do that and move on to something else in the meantime. Um However, this also means the fact that you can't specifically choose a very specific option means that if you, for example, go to somebody, you're like, hey, I want to flirt with this para, you have to like go talk with them and just let it go on repeatedly, let that meter fill up, choose an option, hope there's a flirt option there. No? Okay. Let it fill up again. Flirt option? No. Let it fill up again until
Mm.
you get a flirt option. And now here's the even trickier part. Here's where it gets like really frustrating. um there is a good chance your flirt option won't work.
Yeah.
So you have a percentage.
They're like rolls of
And
dice.
yeah, it rolls a dice. You have a percentage of like a success rate
Uh-huh.
percentage essentially. And unless you get that success rate to like 80%, there's a really high chance you're not getting that flirt through. I have had my flirt at 97% and failed it. Okay? It is that needs balancing
Yeah, and that's
real
probably an
badly.
early access thing where it's just like, oh yeah, we didn't quite think
Yeah.
of that. Which is good. I mean, hopefully they have a feedback form or something because that's good feedback.
Oh yeah, they're asking for feedback.
Yeah.
Like on their website you can feedback and stuff. No, so that is like my gripe there. And the other gripe I have in the live thing is that some of the jobs take up a ridiculous amount of time. like a ridiculous amount of time. Like I was a nurse on my first job I
Oh,
took.
well,
Was
that's
a nurse.
realistic, though.
This is way too realistic. Like I'm trying to play a game here, people. Um,
Uh,
I worked overtime every single day. Got shit pay, like real shit pay. And I
It's too
had
real,
2
too real.
days off a week, but they weren't consecutive days. So basically the 2 days I had off were always like I needed to take the day to have my para recuperate, and then I never actually had time to go and further her life in different ways, you know? So it was something. It was something. I have since found, and here's the interesting. I think anybody who plays para should choose this. There is a career path, a job called music therapist. Take that job. You work 3 days a week, 4 hours each. Done. You can,
Uh,
and it pays the same as nurse. Better than nurse. It starts out better than nurse. So yeah, that's
wrecked.
the job you want to go for.
Well, and
Music
again,
therapist.
that makes sense in early access. It's all just stuff that needs a little balancing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so that was
that's
that was
funny.
rough.
They were like, "What? You wanted a life simulator?
Yeah, well here you go.
This is
It
what
is
you
really
asked for."
refreshing. It is really refreshing that like the map is open world. There is once you are loaded into the game, there is no loading screens. There's no loading
Wow.
screens to go to a shop or anything like that. Like it is open world, and then like if you say, "Hey, visit this plot," while you're visiting that plot, you'll have like a small thing on the screen being like loading plot, but your para is still like moving. You can still continue doing things in game as it's loading that plot.
So that
So
means if you have a household of paras, they can all be in different places, and you can just go cycle between them.
essentially, I haven't tried with different paras yet.
Because that was my
Um,
biggest complaint with Sims 4.
yeah. Yeah, no, Sims 4 is yeah. But basically, what you can do for sure, I don't know if you can load up multiple different plots. Um, but you can for sure have like a para at your home plot and have a different plot loaded up as well.
Okay.
Like you
Okay,
can
that's
just start
cool.
between the two. Like I didn't realize I forgot that I had loaded up a plot. And I was just scrolling through the map seeing trying to find something. And then I see this like plot that was not my house loaded up and I'm like, what's this? Whose house is that? I'm like, oh yeah.
Somebody in chat says yes, you can. They had one para at home and another at the store.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
You can have like your home plot loaded up simultaneously.
yeah.
Definitely.
So I guess we just
What
don't
I
know
was
if you
more
can have
saying is
two homes or like
yeah,
other people's homes. That was
I
worth
would
testing.
yeah. The other cool thing, two homes, now that you mention it, is you can have your home that you've created,
Hmm.
and then when you zoom out on the map, I think I'm actually showing it
You are right
on the
now.
screen right now. Yeah, you can click onto any different plot that is available and start building there simultaneously while still being basically loaded in your save file, and then you just go back on play mode, and then you're back on your with your sim with your para. Good lord.
Yeah, well, that's gonna take some time. Yeah, so
It's
it
gonna take some
feels,
time, yeah.
it feels a lot more like classic Sims 3,
It feels
where
like
yeah,
classics. It's very classic Sims
very classic
inspired, I
Sims.
feel,
Yeah.
with more modern touches and
Hmm.
keeping it in line with the Sims 3 idea of being able to go anywhere, anytime without
Hmm.
loading screens constantly. It's very refreshing. And one of the other things I want to point out is that the color palette they went for isn't an extremely saturated color palette. It's more dimmed, more true to life, I guess. And that is actually very refreshing. Oh yeah, this is where we made the three E's tall tree.
Ah, it's me. Yeah, the colors do look nice, and it's very visually pleasing. Like it doesn't feel too busy. And
Yeah.
all the people I've watched just love watching the paras walk around and seeing all the different paras. It's so cute.
Yeah. I will say when I first started my game, I had a bug. And if you have this bug, instantly restart your game because you will not be able to save.
What happened?
Um, So I loaded into the game, loaded into my house. Like I built my house and everything. The house is still there, so I didn't have to rebuild it, thankfully. But everything past my house wasn't there. So once I went on a live thing, it didn't save.
Oh no.
And essentially what happened is my para was just walking through walls. Like collision was non-existent. And all of the paras in town were not moving. That probably should have been a sign that I should have just restarted. But I was like, nah, it's just a feature right now. It's fine, whatever. And I didn't restart. And then towards the end of the stream, I was like, all right, let me save the game. And it wouldn't save.
Oh no.
So everything that had played in live mode during that stream, I had to redo. But yeah, and also you can actually set up autosave. If you go into your settings, there is an autosave button, and I highly recommend everybody sets that up.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Or I guess not autosave, it'd be more like a quick save.
No, it's autosave. It's like saves every so often.
Oh, why is that just not on? I guess because some people don't want it to be on automatically. That's weird.
It's that thing, like if you want to be able to fully control your thing and you're really good at saving every now and then, this way it gives you more freedom of being able to really control your story and say like, actually, you know what, I don't like this story bit, let me go back and retcon it essentially.
That's true.
If you have autosave on, you don't know when it saved last. So yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, so a very positive review from Luna. And honestly, most of the people that I've seen streaming the game have been really into it. I'm going to get it next month probably. It looks really, really good. I was actually watching a friend play it in Discord before Pixel Yaps today. I was just vibing while he was hanging out. It's just so chill. It's got nice music as well.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's really good. I really like it. Oh my god. I love it.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll have more to talk about in terms of Paralives as the early access continues and they add more stuff. So you'll see more of that. Make sure you add it to your wish list or, buy it. Especially if you are a person who really loved The Sims, because it does feel like a love letter to The Sims.
Yeah.
A love letter to what The Sims used to be. Which I think is why people are resonating with it so much. Mm-hmm. It feels right.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Next up, I wanted to talk a little bit about Endix again. Endix happened last weekend.
And I missed it again. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Oh my god.
I thought it was a choice. I guess I should have messaged you.
No, I mean, I knew it was happening. I just didn't have time/spoons or anything extra because it was right after my break and I didn't want to come back by overloading myself straight away. So it was a conscious choice to not do it, but I'm really bummed about it.
Aw. Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair though, it keeps getting better every year. So for folks that don't know what Endix is like a digital convention. So it's built in Unreal. So it's a virtual convention. So you can go in there, you make an avatar. This year they had something cool where they had some assets from some of the games that were participating. So you could run around as like this little jester girl or this little robot or Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver.
Yes, it was great seeing a bunch of Dave the Divers running around. I loved it. So yeah, you have your little avatar and you go into a virtual world. Like they've been working really diligently to build this virtual city. So I went in November, and it was my first time going, and I think it was like maybe their third time putting it on or something. I don't know. I'm unclear on the timeline. Either way, it's still pretty baby. It's new.
Yeah.
But that being said, this year they already made so many improvements. I was just so hyped. Like one of the things that we asked for last time, we were like, listen, sometimes it's a little hard to watch the videos, like the trailers, because people's heads are in the way or I can't get close enough to it or whatever. So this year
Mhm.
they added a little video player that you could basically like press V and it would pop out a little thing on your screen so that you could even like walk around with it a little
Mm.
bit and you could watch the trailer and control the volume, which was another complaint, obviously, that
Oh,
some
nice.
trailers were louder than others.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so that was already a huge improvement. Um, and then obviously, like I said, the avatars, adding those was pretty cool. So we're only going to see more of that. Um, Another cool thing was some of the people who exhibited in November returned again this year. So it was
Mm.
really cool to see their booths again. And most of them actually changed up their booths a little bit, just used like different assets to keep it a little bit fresh. Not all of them did, because some of them didn't have time.
Fair, fair.
But it was really, really neat. And I feel as though the devs kind of have learned a little bit more about what they can do in terms of activations or like things that the booths can do, basically. So one of the games I wanted to mention that I learned about during this is a game. It is called "Do Not Buy This Game." If you go to their Steam page, they literally tell you over and over again, I'm telling you not to buy this game.
Oh my god.
And it's basically, I think it's kind of akin to like the Stanley Parable, where it's like just a game about kind of how can we mess with you using this game world. So like it's basically going to be this guy like narrating, and who knows what you're going to be doing in it. I'm not even entirely sure, but the humor of the dev has me intrigued. But anyway, their booth was really cool because you went inside and it was just a very small room, right? And it had text on the wall claiming that they didn't have time to actually build their booth. And they're like, now I know you're a gamer, so don't go around and try to interact with each corner by pressing F. And so, of course, we did. And it opened a secret wall. And then they did it to us again. They're like, ha, this is a dead end. I bet you don't want to look to the left and try opening that because there's nothing there. And then
Obviously,
it
then you
opened
did that.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it went into, they're like, fine, you win. Here's the trailer. And it was just like a ridiculous trailer that starts out with the dude looking at dog pictures on his PC and then being
Oh my
like, I
god.
forgot to make a trailer. And it was just ridiculous. I still have no idea what the game's going to be about. It's a walking simulator, but I imagine based on that booth and based on their Steam page that it's going to be an adventure through the mind of this dev.
It
So,
sounds
yeah.
like it. It sounds like a very sus game.
Yeah, well, and I think they
A very
actually
sussy sus game.
yeah, I think they have a good chance of actually winning the best booth for the year. And so something that they
Okay.
started doing last in November, they had the voting again. So Hawthorne won. And so now they have like this
Oh.
little award area, and then Hawthorne has their picture there and stuff, kind of like an honorary slot, basically. So that was kind of cool.
That's cute. Yeah.
But yeah, so the other thing that they did this year, so as they're growing, obviously, and getting feedback from creators and press and devs, um, they realized that they didn't really, like something that expos have that they didn't have was like kind of a schedule, you know? Like they had a couple activities, right? Like the hide and seek and doing the jumping puzzle and doing the maze and whatnot. And they had tours, but they didn't really have a schedule for the devs. So this year, they asked the developers or the exhibitors, anybody on the team really, if they wanted to commit to being there at certain time slots, basically, which was awesome because then you could be like, oh, so-and-so devs should be near their booth, around this time, and I can go talk to them, which was super cool. So we got to talk to a bunch of devs, which was honestly really, really neat. And so this year, I only streamed it on the early access day. I had meant to stream on Saturday or Sunday, but when I logged in on Saturday, I was like, I kind of just want to vibe, like hang out in here with the Endix community. And so on the early access day, they did a question and answer slot, like really early in the morning. and I
Mhm.
recorded it, but it didn't record the voice for some reason, so it was worthless. I'm still so
That
mad.
sucks.
I'm
That
so
sucks.
mad. Yeah. But it was really cool to be there because it was with like THQ Nordic, Frozen Districts, which are the House Flipper devs, the devs for
Mhm.
an adorable game called Gila, which is on this list, and the devs for there was one other, but I can't remember. I'm so sorry, devs. I'm so sorry. Either way, they had panelists, and so we had like a little Q&A session, which was with just like the press and the creators, which was super cool. Um, but the cooler part was after that, we all moved away from the podium, like the stage area, because that area had everybody else muted for obvious
Yeah.
reasons. We all moved away from there, and it was just us and like a handful of devs just like chilling in a circle, just chatting. So I made friends with the THQ Nordic content creator manager, which was really
Nice.
cool. And so Saturday, I spent my day just running around with her and just like being in the expo, which was
Mhm.
honestly so cool. Like we just like went through the booths again and we talked to some of the other devs because obviously, they know her.
That's so cool.
It was so cool. And I learned an interesting little tidbit. So from the House Flipper devs, they were like, yeah, so this other game that we're publishing, they're like, this is actually being created by one of our old like head of the companies, basically, or whatever. Like he left to do his own thing and he made a game called Dream
Oh.
Painters, and now they're able to publish it for him, which I thought was so cute.
Oh, that's so sweet. What I love
Right?
that.
Yeah, I was just like, that is the
Oh my
best
god.
story.
Yeah.
And they were there, the Dream Painters team, they were there like the whole weekend. They were there a lot. They were just chilling out in front of their booth, talking to anybody who wanted to talk about their game. It was really cool. And then I was mentioning before I got off on a tangent, one of the things they learned about the booths, like I said with Do Not Buy This Game, obviously they had that. Dream Painters had a jumping puzzle in it. When like if you got to the top and hit the button, it would return the color to the booth because when you went into the booth, it went black and white. It
Yeah.
was really, really, really cool. And there was another booth, Foxy Dumplings, which is also on my list. um, and
I like the
they,
art of that. That's the one that's jumped out to me immediately from
yes,
all the ones that you have there.
and their booth was equally standoutish because basically you went in there and it turned you into like a like almost like a colored pencil drawing. You know that style?
Mhm.
And so it turned your character into that, and then the whole room was also in that style. So it was like walking into the world
Ooh.
itself. And furthermore, I just to sell the game to you further, because if the art
I
wasn't
clearly
enough,
need a I
it's
clearly need more games in my
it's
life.
a
Clearly.
game where you run a food truck. And so basically you start building this ridiculous structure on top of the food truck, kind of like Outbound. So you just like have this really tall
Oh
food
man.
truck. I'm
Oh
so
man.
excited. So
Oh
that
my
was one of my
god.
favorites, Foxy Dumplings. We also had, like I mentioned, Hela or Hella. I think it's Hella. That one is going to be a co-op game up to 4 players. You play as little rats in a normal sized world, and you get to like fly around the forest, like using all these little tools and stuff, like a froggy backpack and stuff like that.
Froggy backpack? Co-op?
Yes. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. It looks so good. It was already on my wish list, and I was like, wait, I don't recognize this because they also some of the devs had shirts that you could wear in the expo. So I was
Aww.
wearing the Hella shirt. So I was like, I have to admit, I don't know about this game. And it was like, wait, it's already on my wish list. I did know about this game.
I feel like I recognize the font. I feel like I recognize
Uh,
the font and the logo.
yeah, so they had a little bit more information about the game, and I
Nice.
talked to them actually. I talked to them a couple times. We hung out in their booth for a little bit, and Lava told us a story. It
Oh,
was
lava.
really
Oh, it
silly.
was lava story time.
Yeah, it was
Uh-oh.
Lava story time in the Gila booth. It was just very wholesome. I don't know. I came away from this Endix. I just felt so good about it. And I know
I'm
I
so
didn't
sad I
stream it
missed
as much, but it was kind of the networking that you would be doing at a real convention.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was doing, and it was really, really good. You have to come next time. You have to. We're gonna force you.
I have to. Yes.
We
Please
met
do.
so many cool devs. Like it was
I was
just.
thinking about hopping into it on Sunday, but I didn't want to go in on my own, and so I didn't do it.
You should have just poked us. Like Lava literally just jumped in. Like she saw I was in it because it's on Steam now. So
Yeah.
she saw I was in it and just joined, and then we just ran around together. It was really fun.
God dang it. I should have pulled you guys.
Yeah.
Oh well, next time.
Next time.
Third
Next
time's
time.
the charm.
Next time we will drag you. Lastly, so yeah, I mentioned Dream Painters, which is actually a cool. It's kind of a. I when I looked at the trailer, I was like, this feels a little bit like Portal. Portal 2 specifically, with the colored paints. But it's basically like you use these different colored paints to traverse the world. So some of them let you jump, some of them like create a portal. There's like all these different things you can do. And it's kind of like a paper crafted world almost. It looks really, really good. So that one made it on my list. And then lastly, there was one called Under a Rock, which is a survival game. 1 to 10 players. And it's set in like this crazy prehistoric world where like everything is, trying to eat you. And you're like, there's like cavemen and stuff. And so you have to like try and survive in this really silly little world.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're
good.
She wants to play as a caveman.
Really?
She's auditioning. She's like, look, I can do it. Nailed it.
Clearly. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, see? That's the perfect caveman noise. She's getting ready to attack.
Oh my goodness.
Just a little happy moment with Luna's mini her. But yeah, so Endix was really cool. Like I said, it's on Steam now. So you can like add it to your wish list or follow it or whatever to see when it comes up again. Last time it was November, but I'm honestly kind of hoping they give themselves a little bit of a break, but I don't know if they will because they're crazy. So it
seems it's going well, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, and that was the other thing that I forgot. So in November, they had like the exhibit hall up on the roof, and it was kind of half cut off, or like a couple of rooms were cut off. This time they had enough people to fill all of them. So they're going to actually probably, cool. Yeah, they're going to have to probably find more space for more booths or something in the future. I don't know. It was really cool to see the progress that they made. Obviously, they were mentioning they still definitely want to work more on optimization, because that's kind of the hardest thing about this, because we had some pretty full servers. As a matter of fact, at one point our server was full, and I think it was like 70 people. Okay. Yeah. So like, but it was cool because it really did, it really felt like a convention. Like you were wandering around and there were all these other people around. And the proximity voices has a very small bubble. Oh, so it was 60. At one point, I swear there was like 69. Maybe I'm making that up though.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. But yeah, so like it's a small proximity bubble, so you have to be like close to people, so people could just be talking,
okay,
in little bubbles. It was just, I don't know. I think they've got something special. I said it during the November one, and this one has only solidified that feeling that this is going to be like one of those, things that helps pave the way for the future in terms of digital conventions and whatnot, because they're very passionate on top of, like they really do care about what they're doing. So I don't know. I came away from it very pleased. I can't wait for the next one, and we will drag you kicking and screaming. You will come, because it feels like it's just only getting better.
Kicking and screaming. Wow.
Kicking and screaming. Well, just, in case.
Just in case.
All right. So that's Endix. Before we move on to upcoming games, I also wanted to talk about the Cozy Game Awards.
I was gonna say you better be like, mentioning a certain game here soon. There was a riot. I'm gonna disown you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
disown you from Pixel Yaps.
So we had the Cozy Game Awards yesterday. It was the first time that they've done this. So the group that put this on, they do put on a cozy gaming like festival every year.
Oh yeah, that too.
They've been doing it for like a handful of years.
Mhm.
So this year they did some awards. So it was like a kind of like 45 minutes, half an hour, very short awards show, which was nice. So it was basically a couple of awards and some world premieres and stuff, which was great. Best debut game went to Discounty, which yeah, so they were, oh man, this one was hard because they were up against Tiny Bookshop, a game called
Mhm.
Spilled, Is This Seat
Mhm.
Taken, also an excellent game,
Mhm.
and Snacko. And Snacko is absolutely
Mm.
adorable. But I think Discounty made sense because that game
I
has
think
so much personality.
so. Here's what I think Discounty managed to capture. Everybody who played Stardew is like always looking out for the next game that has that Stardew
Hmm.
magic feel, right? And so naturally, we a lot of times gravitate towards cozy farm sim type games that are like Stardew Valley, right? To try and see if we can relive that magic.
Right.
And nothing ever quite does it. And Discounty did it. I feel
Hmm.
like Discounty managed to capture, to a certain extent, that Stardew magic a little bit. And
Yeah, I
it
think you're
wasn't
right.
really like a farm sim, it was a
Mm-mm.
sim game, but not really a farm sim.
No.
Um, so it managed to capture that magic, and I'm so happy that they got it because I think it was extremely well deserved.
Yeah, so congratulations to Crinkle Cut Games. What a great name. They also had best family friendly game. This one went to A Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, which 100% makes sense. That
Yeah,
game
yeah, it's a
looks
really
like it's
cute
made
game.
for both adults and children. They were up
Absolutely.
against 2 Point Museum, which those games are great. Uh,
Hmm.
Cast and Chill, Town to City, and Discounty was
Oh.
actually in that one as well.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
but I felt like Story of Seasons made a lot of sense because it has
Yeah,
like
it does.
the animals and stuff that would appeal to smaller children. Um,
Yeah, it's something I would definitely play with my kid once he gets into that age
exactly.
bracket. Absolutely.
Exactly. So well deserved. Congratulations to them. Then we had best co-op game, and this one surprised me because I forgot that Hello Kitty Island Adventure had
Is
co-op.
yeah.
I forgot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so people felt like that was the best co-op. They were up against Farm Together 2, Dinkum,
Time to try it out.
Cozy Island, and Lego Voyagers, and I honestly thought it was going to be Dinkum.
Yeah.
So, I
I don't
was
think I've seen Kitty Hello Kitty co-op.
I think the
Well,
main
time
thing
to
is
try
that
it out,
it's
sis.
yeah, like a true two-player co-op.
Mm,
So, which Lego Voyagers is as well, but like
mhm.
apparently there are like things that you can only do by co-oping. So yeah, I guess we'll have to
Right,
check it
right.
out and let you know if we agree.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
All right, next up, we had most anticipated game. Can you maybe guess who might have won
I'm
the
so
Cozy Game
excited for
Awards?
this. I saw that they won it. I'm like, yes!
So for those that don't speak Luna, this one went to Loftia.
Woo! Let's
uh,
go.
they were up against My Time at Evershine, which honestly, tough competition.
Yeah.
Restory, Chill Electronics Repair, Wish Upon a Llama, Moonlight Peaks, and Cat Cafe Manager 2.
Oh.
So they had tough
Oh, they were.
competition, but
Yeah.
Loftia's community is rabid, so I was not
Yeah.
surprised.
It's amazing. The community love
uh,
is like turning up to be so good already. I'm so excited for that
yes.
game. Oh my god.
So yeah, congratulations, Loftia, most anticipated game. Next up we have best short games. So for those of you that don't have a lot of time, these are some games that maybe you might want to check out. The winner was Is This Seat Taken, which I
Mm-hmm.
have played and is very fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were up against Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping, Kabuto Park, Urban Jungle, and Spilled. And I can speak to the Duck Detective games. Those games are amazing. I haven't played the second one yet, but I loved the first one. But yeah, I was happy to see Is This Seat Taken one because I really liked that game. It was very charming.
Mhm.
And it was nice and short. Um, Next up was the big award, the best cozy game. And this one went to Tiny Bookshop. Yay!
Woo!
Absolutely deserved. That game is so cozy. I
You
love
played
it.
a bunch of it too, didn't you?
Yes, I
Yeah.
still need to play some more, but I love it. It's so good. And it uses real book titles, so it helps me discover new books, which makes me
That's
very
amazing.
happy. But they were up against Camper Van, Make It Home, Is This Seat Taken, Tales of the Shire, and Whispers
Oh.
of the House. So being able to beat out the
See,
recognition of hobbits, you know.
yeah, but I have to say with Tales of the Shire, like
Uh,
it was a good game.
it's definitely wasn't the best game.
It wasn't the best, and it was very short. Very, very, very short.
Maybe it should have been
Which
in short game.
yeah, I feel like it was very short, which I feel like a lot of us weren't prepared for it to be that short. And I think that's what kind of made it not as good as it could have been, because the anticipation was there that was going to be a longer game, and it wasn't. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the Cozy Game Awards. Like I said, it was nice and short, and then they had a bunch of world premieres, a new gameplay trailer for Loftia, which was cute.
Mm.
Release windows. Oh, they had a great. You saw the trailer for Witch's Bakery, right? The
Yeah,
new
yeah,
one.
yeah. Oh my god, sorry.
No, as
Yeah,
soon as I
it was
saw that, I was
fun.
like, Luna's gonna lose her mind. I wasn't wrong.
Oh my god. And can I just point something out that is like so lovely about Witch's Bakery? It's set to come out in August, so we're still a while away from it. But Witchy Bakery, like in the trailer, it talks about how like magic can be found anywhere, from like sharing some encouraging words with someone to little acts of kindness, like helping someone across the street and stuff like that. Magic is all around us, and I love that message so much. Like magic is in just being kind to others and sharing that kindness. And I'm really excited for that game. Like it made me tear up. It made me tear up when I played the demo during Steam Next Fest, and I cannot wait. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mentioned it on stream because we watch partied this together, and so I was like, Luna loved that game, and I was just like, I mean, loved it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Cannot wait.
that's exciting. You also had another game that you were excited about, but is coming out later.
Yeah, Seth was like, I'm not allowed to talk about it, so we're not talking about it.
Wow, I did not say
Yeah. No, she didn't say that. But Planet Zoo 2 was announced. I've never actually played. I don't know if I played Planet Zoo on stream, but I did play it off stream, and I did really really enjoy it. So I'm very excited for Planet Zoo 2, but that's not coming until like October. Um, but yeah, definitely gonna hear me talk about it over the past next months. Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Nailed it.
Uh,
So yeah, that was something Luna was really excited about. And obviously her kid too. Do we have
obviously,
do we have anything else that you wanted to talk about before we get to upcoming releases?
I guess I want to cover. Quickly, Map came out on May 28th, so yesterday, and I played this on Steam. It's very very cute. You basically are a kid. You play as a kid, I think, and you join this other. You're recruited by this other group of kids, um, and to become like their cartographer. I think that's the word. And you plopped on different islands. You have to, then with very loose descriptions, try and find that place on the island, and you're kind of like filling out the map by yourself. You're being a little cartographer, and it's just this really, really adorable, unique, explorative, relaxing puzzle game, and I highly recommend it. Even for people who don't particularly like puzzles normally, like I don't really like puzzle games, but I enjoyed this. So there's that. It's out now on Steam. Definitely check it out. And yeah, the other thing I think you put on the upcoming games anyways, so I'll just take it over. Take it away, Sess. Sess? Is she gone? I don't hear her.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. Upcoming games. I took a bite of my bagel.
I was like, hello?
No, I'm sorry.
Am I alone?
Sorry.
She left me. She had enough of my bullshit.
Enough of
I'm
it.
out.
Yeah, upcoming games starting on June 2nd, which I was like, wait, there's nothing in May, and I'm like, oh, May is over.
May is over. Yeah.
It's over.
Over. We're done.
June 2nd, hopping into early access, we have an adorable game called Odd Fauna. I checked this game out during Next Fest. Or no, maybe it was Tiny Teams. Either way, I checked this game out. That's what matters. And it is absolutely adorable. All of the little creatures are like handcrafted from like clay and ceramic or whatever. And it shows, like, you can, like, the way that they move, like, you can tell that, like, they made these. And yeah, so basically it's Odd Fauna Secrets of the Terra Beast, and so you have this adorable Terra Beast, which is a big old dinosaur, but like super cute, and you live on his back, and you get to like build up your little house, and you get to have a farm, and you get to go help the little denizens of the world and help your Terra Beast grow strong because he's young. It's so cute. So that's, yeah, early access June 2nd. Definitely add it to your wish list. I'm excited. The demo is good. There were definitely some bugs. I got stuck in water after a heavy rain. I think I broke out of part of the map they wanted to be in. I don't know.
I think you must have played after me, so you must have played during Tiny Teams.
I think so.
But I
yeah.
remember I couldn't enjoy it fully because it was just too rigid and too bugged when I first tried it. But from what I saw, it looked really cute and promising, so I'm excited to see it.
The passion's there at least.
Yeah,
we'll see
exactly.
if the execution makes it. But it is early access, so that they have some more time to really make it the game they want it to be. So
yeah.
All right, next up, June 4th, we have a game called The Quiet Things. It does have a demo. This is a kind of like autobiographical story game. It actually came up a bit during, I think it was during the BAFTAs, because it was supposed to have a trailer, and they ended up pulling it like really close to the show. And so it kind of, there was like a big, people were talking about it and whatnot, because it basically, it handles sexual assault, you know, like that's what the story is about. Like it's kind of the developer working her way through what happened to her when she was younger. So you know, it deals with some very intense topics. It's definitely not for everyone, but from what I can tell, it looks like, obviously, you know, they've put the care into it that kind of a subject deserves. And if you love a good, you know, walking simulator visual novel style, or not visual novel, walking simulator story rich game, this could be a good one to have on the list if the subject isn't too sensitive. So yeah, that's The Quiet Things, June 4th. Next up, June 8th, we've got Solar Punk, which I am quite excited for, actually. I managed to snag myself a key, and I tried the demo during Next Fest, like, geez, it had to have been a year ago. It's you know, it's a like crafting building game, you know. We've got a lot of them these days, but with this one, you're living on islands in the sky, and much like Loftia, it is about building sustainably rather than, you know, taking everything that you can and not
razing the ground.
Yeah, and so I think it's got a lot of potential. I loved the demo, and I've been kind of watching what they've been up to ever since, and I'm really, really hyped to check it out. So that's June 8th. They don't have a demo anymore, but who knows? Maybe they'll put it back on.
Okay.
Definitely worth checking out. I really enjoyed it. June 9th, we have Voidling Bound. They do still have a demo, and this is a game I did try a demo for during Next Fest. This game is really interesting because it's kind of like you have like these little creatures that you collect, and then breed and try and hatch new creatures. And then when you go into the world, you're like mind controlling those creatures instead of going there yourself. It's a very interesting little game. And so then you like go through the world and gather resources and fight other creatures and stuff. It's technically a third person shooter, but you're like all these little animals. So I don't know. I found it really, really fun. And I think it's one of those games that could do really well if they manage to execute it right. Already it has a bunch of like really cool little creature variations and an interesting story because like you're basically your main avatar is wearing a spacesuit with like a helmet full of goo. And that's you. And that's why you can like mind meld with these creatures. It's so wacky, but like I don't know, it works. It works. Next up is one that Luna and I actually checked out together, and I'm still in their Discord. You didn't check it out?
No, I never got to it.
Oh, I thought you at least checked it out on your own. Okay, well, Luna never checked out Witchspire, apparently.
Listen, I have regrets.
Well, June 10th, Witchspire is coming out. It'll be hitting their early access. Oh, I know why I was confused. Because didn't you have to leave early that day?
Yeah, I think I had to leave early.
Yeah, so it was our Next Fest collab, and you got really sleepy after Animal Kind, so we played Witchspire next. That's why I thought you were there.
I live in Europe. For me, it's like 9 hours after.
We won't talk about how she decided to start streaming early. So it was just Lava Slug and I that played it. But it's really fun. It is launching into early access June 10th. So I think based on the demo, it will probably feel kind of early access, a bit like Palia, but maybe a little bit further along. And this is just based on the demo. Like, they could have already done a ton of work. So, like, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I think the concept... oh, my gosh. I think the concept is really strong. And being a cute little witch, like, running around collecting little creatures and fighting weird goblin guys is really, really satisfying. And the building... has a ton of potential because you like go into like this astral plane form to build, so you don't have to like build scaffolding and stuff. You can just float while you're building so that you can make the structure that you want to make. And actually I just started building a structure in the air. Like, it let me do that. I don't know if that's something that'll continue or not, but yeah. So I feel like it's a game that has just a lot of potential. Like, it kind of, we got like a little taste of story in the demo, and so you're kind of like, okay, I could learn more about this world. So yeah, I'm excited to see what their early access looks like. To see maybe how much progress they've made since the demo, because they got a ton of feedback and a very full Discord. So I think that one has a lot of potential. I guess I'll have to talk to y'all again about it after I've seen more of it, or maybe even had a chance to play it, to let you know how it goes. But definitely worth keeping an eye on. And if you like playing early access, I think it could be good for early access as well. All right.
Yep.
That's the first page.
You did I thought. I saw June 10th and I was like, oh my god, she actually did good. Never mind.
Girl, that's what I thought. But then a bunch of games were like, I'm going to come out on June 11th.
Wait. What are these May things you have there?
Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. I forgot to change it. I fixed it, but I didn't change the graphic. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Wait, do it.
I'm just going to say.
There you go. Yeah, it's because I was doing it last night and I forgot to proofread. You know, as you do.
Slacking.
I don't want to hear it. I'm going to fight you.
I'm gonna be up
All
early
right.
tomorrow morning to get this podcast on YouTube, so you can fight me all you want.
Don't pretend that you wouldn't be up early anyway, doing Luna things.
Toddler.
Playing Paralives, yeah. In between toddler things. All right, so yeah, I also thought that we wouldn't have a second page, but then 3 games were like, we're going to release on June 11th. June 10th, we've got Burgling Gnomes, which is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a game where you play as little like lawn gnomes, and you go around different houses stealing things or breaking things, and basically doing silly little tasks to make the high gnome happy. It's basically a chaos game. But you also might get murdered by the humans, so you gotta be careful.
That's nice. That's nice.
It looks really fun. It looks like the kind of game that, you know, me and my friends might play, so I think it's got potential. And who doesn't want to be a creepy little lawn gnome causing havoc? I mean, it sounds like a good life to me. So they do have a demo. You can try it before you buy it. Burgling Gnomes. Next up, June 10th, we have Letter Lost. They sneakily changed their date. They were on the old one that I posted to Blue Sky from our missing episode. But
missing episode.
Yeah, but they changed their date, which is fine. It's probably a wise move. I've talked about this game before, though, because I did play it during Next Fest and actually had a really fun interaction with the developers in my stream chat. They were listening to me voice all their characters. It's actually really cute. They even made a reel for me of like a bunch of different characters that I voiced. They had it up on their YouTube. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so cool.
I was like, I'm gonna have to steal this. I've never had a reel yet.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It really cracked me up. But yeah, so this game is it's one of those games that I love because you're like, oh, you know, I'm working in a post office. This is a simple premise, but nope, weird stuff is happening. We are trapped in this post office. We're not sure why we are trapped in this post office. We keep asking about the dungeon in the basement, but Liv will not tell us about the dungeon.
The dungeon in the basement.
Yeah, it's a really fun little game. Because, like, you know, you start out, you're doing your job sim, right? You're, like, sorting the mail, except for I was reading every single letter.
Oh, God.
Which, obviously, you're not supposed to do, but I'm gonna do
it.
it.
Thing to do. I would have just skipped them and was like, oh, okay, cool.
I was reading them. They were great.
Oh, my God.
And so, you know, you're reading these letters and learning about the town, and, in between that, you're kind of exploring the post office around you and trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? Like, why am I trapped in this post office? It's very me coded. It's very much a CES game. I'm so excited to play it. And like I said, the devs are just so sweet. And so, like, you get like a little story here and there because the customers will come to the window and you talk to them, which just kind of makes the world even creepier somehow. I don't know. I was very charmed by it. So that's June 10th. They still have their demo up if you want to try it before you buy it. Highly recommend if you like, you know, story-rich mystery, a little bit of horror, a little bit of puzzling. It has a little bit of everything. Next up, we have June 11th, a game called Bistro. This was what I meant to demo, but I never did.
Wow, slacker.
I just never got to it. But this game looks really charming. It's a little like cooking game, but it's like a cooking roguelike. So you're basically this adorable little chef, like you're some kind of fox or something. And you have to like run around fighting things, I think, to gather your ingredients and whatnot. And then you got to serve it up to your community. And it's got like deck building aspects for when you're doing the fighting to gather ingredients. The art is lovely. Like, so the main game, right, is 3D. Like when you're cooking and when you're taking care of your farm and stuff. But when you go into the roguelike fighting mode, it's like Papercraft, like Paper Mario. And it's like turn-based with a deck. I don't know. It looks really good. But you know me, I'm a sucker for a game blend. Like give me a game that's like 3 different types of games, and you probably have my attention. So that's Bistro. They don't have a demo anymore, which is unfortunate. But who knows? Maybe they'll release one after the game is out. Next up, June 11th, we've got Frog Squad.
Yay!
We tried this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we tried this one during Next Fest. It's coming out June 11th. The demo is still up. I would love to see how they've progressed because they've been doing play tests. I would love to see how they've progressed since we played the demo because I know, one of our party members did get a little motion sick. Which was unfortunate. But the gameplay loop itself
really fun.
was really, really fun. It was just a little bit chaotic for our group at the time because people were tired and they didn't know what was going on. So, but basically, it's a game you can play with up to 8 players. You're these ridiculous little frogs. You're kind of all rubbery, like it's just ridiculous. And the goal is to go through these different like puzzles and platform rooms and stuff and gather food. So like the more food you gather, the bigger you get. And then you have to take it back to this boat and feed it to King Frog. Otherwise, he'll eat you. It was really interesting.
All very normal things, honestly,
yes, all very normal. I mean, we really had a lot of fun with it. We didn't play it very long. But I think once you get used to it, I honestly think it has the potential to be kind of addicting a little bit like, Repo or Phasmo can get sometimes where you're just like, oh, one more round. So that's launching June 11th. As I mentioned, the demo is still there, so you can try it with your squad before you buy it and see if you vibe with it. It's very, very cute. I will probably find my way to getting it at some point and then force people to play it with me. We'll see how much it's going to cost. All right, last but not least, June 11th, we have a game called Starseeker, which is actually a spin-off of the Astroneer series. So it's like called Astroneer Expeditions. I wasn't initially sold on this game, so I saw the trailer during, I think, Future Games Fest, or Future Games Show, rather. And I wasn't entirely sold until at the end of the show, they had like some developer deep dives where they got to talk a little bit more about their games. And for this game, it was just them with a group of friends trying out an expedition. And that sold me because it just has all of these quirky little creatures and like all of this really weird alien landscape. And then you got to work with your friends to gather these things that you're supposed to be gathering for your expedition. So it's got, you got to like kind of communicate and try and like tame beasts and stuff. I don't know. It really worked when I saw them playing together. Like it just seems like a really good co-op game. And I really liked the art style, but I do tend to like these games with weird little aliens. So it reminded me a lot of oh no, it just escaped me what the name of the game was.
Oh no.
Oh well. It reminded me a lot of a game I've played recently, but I'm not gonna try and come up with it right now because I can't. But yeah, it kind of fits into that like Outer Worlds style, like where it's kind of a parody of space travel. It's just like, man, how would these guys get out there, right? So it looked really charming. I've never actually played Astroneer, but like I said, seeing the deep dive and seeing the developer play with some other people, I was just like, yeah, I could see myself playing this.
Okay.
And there were a couple games during that showcase that I had that same feeling where it's just like, if I hadn't seen this deep dive, this would not be on my wish list, which is kind of an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
But
That's
they're
cool.
launching into early access as well, so some time to have the community help them make sure it's the best game it can be. And they already
Nice.
have a roadmap, so that's always good to see. Yeah,
Nice.
there are the upcoming releases, mostly on my radar, some of them on Luna's radar,
Hey, I
whether
talked
she
about
knew it
things.
or not.
I talked about things.
I tend to take this
Oh,
section
goodness.
over because I have a robust wish list.
Yes, yes, she does. And I'm just here like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It's like a
I'm
show for Luna.
I'm really good at like thinking I've got nothing planned this month and then suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, this and that game's releasing tomorrow.
Yeah. So I woke up this morning to a Discord message that was like super long. And I was like, well, I guess Luna was productive. Or maybe that was last night. I don't know. I think it was after stream. I
No,
was
it was
just
this
like,
morning.
oh, okay. It was this morning. I was just like,
This
well,
morning.
all right.
I
Thank
remember this
you.
afternoon was this morning. You're welcome.
And we nailed
Anytime.
it. We covered
did,
we covered
yeah.
everything we wanted to cover. We didn't we only went over by a little bit.
Just a tad.
Well, to be fair, we missed a
goodness.
week, so like it's surprising that we managed to
No,
whittle
I
it
think we did
down.
really good. I think we did really, really good.
But anyway,
Yeah.
unless you had anything else to add, I think that might
No?
be a yap, as we say.
That might be a yeah.
Yeah, that's a yap. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back in 2 Fridays. This is every other Friday. We do it live on my stream, which is twitch.tv/itsthetree with 3 E's. And then we upload it to Luna's YouTube the next day, which is youtube.com/@Loonaromi. And then
And
I
we
also
have a Spotify.
Yes, we have a Spotify. It gets uploaded there as well if that's where you prefer to listen to your podcasts.
Just look for Pixel Yaps. We don't have an official link there, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we usually link it on Blue Sky, so
We do.
Yeah.
We link it everywhere. It's also always linked on YouTube as well.
Yep, there too. Yeah, so I also have a YouTube, youtube.com/@itscesire, and then I do a lot of Blue Sky posting, also Cesire there. Luna here does a lot of stuff too. Tell us about it, Luna.
Yeah, I stream about 4 days a week here on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Loonaromi. And I also post a lot on Blue Sky and Twitter. Loonaromi on both those as well. And then I also have a YouTube and an Instagram and a Facebook and a TikTok. And I'm Loonaromi everywhere. Actually, on Instagram, I'm Luna Screens. But apart from that, I'm Loonaromi everywhere. And I post daily, every single day. I post shorts. I don't know how I do it.
Can you
But I
see
do it.
why maybe she needed a work-life balance break that she barely took? All right. Thank you all so much for listening. We will see you next time, and have a good gaming time.
Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We like pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We're yapping about pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps.